Today, most families will never pay off their mortgages because of constant refinancing.
As Napoleon said to Waterloo, this is this. Okay.
Remember when we called our homes our castles? That's a metaphor that goes back to the days of feudalism when the lords owned the land and the serfs did the work. And a historian of debt says that what went around then is coming back now.
The price of getting a home in America is to enter into a lifetime of debt servitude.
In a sense, have we become serfs? You know, are working people...
We become mobile serfs in America. The families are tied to the debts, and no matter where they choose to live, they have serfdom with a free choice. And the free choice is just where you want to live and what bank you want to borrow the money from.
This is truly serfdom of the 21st century, where for many millions of people there is no hope in sight.
Is reaching into medieval times going too far? Not to Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who has been crusading on these issues.
Feudal lords reigned, and I believe that if we don't take an SOS moment, like the stop sign at the end of the block, we're going to, if you will, throw throngs, thousands, millions of Americans into a debt that they'll never reach out of. And we also will change the whole fabric of society. It will not be the haves and have-nots. It'll be the giants and the little people.
Historically, there were debtors' prisons. Now, for many, our homes have become our prisons. It's there we try to figure out how to make ends meet and keep a roof over our heads.
We don't lock people up anymore, but we certainly keep them trapped at the mercy of a very powerful lending industry. We've set up a system where people are cashing out equity in their homes, which for the majority of Americans is their primary source of wealth. They're using that to chase down better interest rates because they're being ripped off by a credit card industry. We've really left people with nowhere to turn for help.
Officials in the know take these parallels literally. If there's a truth-telling hero in Washington on this issue, it's this man, David Walker, our Comptroller General, who audits all federal budgets. He's been called Dr. Gloom for comparing the USA Today to ancient Rome before its decline. In a 2005 report to Congress, this high-level official warns, continuing on this unsustainable path will gradually erode, if not suddenly damage our economy, our standard of living, and ultimately our national security. The financial analysts behind this new book on debt say an epic financial crisis is coming.
In the 1920s, one of the things that brought about the Depression, among others, was this exuberance, this foolishness in the investment of speculative stocks. Listen, I think the next great economic crisis in this nation is going to be brought about by the debt load and the high rates of interest that are charged from it. It is shocking to me that intelligent people, educated people, have not taken time to think about this. We cannot sustain over an extended period of time these high levels of debt, particularly at high rates of interest. Because what will happen is that whenever it comes to an end, and there is an end to the amount of credit. In other words, when it gets so leveraged, it will create an economic crisis so deep that it will threaten us as a nation.
Republicans worry too. Reagan conservative Bruce Bartlett charges that the Bush administration bankrupted America. He fears a market crash when the housing bubble bursts.
One of the scary things for me is that there's probably close to $1 trillion of approved credit that's sitting either in people's pockets or somewhere in their house. And what I mean by that is credit cards, no fee, that they have been issued that they're not using. Now, if the economy develops more difficulties and people have to take those cards out of their drawers or wherever they're keeping them, and they start to use them, that credit's already been approved. This is high risk, quite dangerous credit, but before somebody loses their home or has to take their kid out of school, they're going to burn through all the approved credit that exists. It is scary, and I think it could be the next bubble after the housing bubble.
your life is hard, so please put down your guard. We'll send you a gift to give you a lift, a shiny new credit card. Don't fret if your funds are low, you can use it wherever you go. Whenever you do, your debts will accrue and give us a happy glow. It's so fantastic, fantastic. When you pay with plastic.
You may not know you know someone. I mean, your coworker may look all sad, and you think it's her boyfriend. It's really the fact that she owes $15,000 in credit card debt, another $20,000 in educational debt, and is getting calls all day and all night and can't sleep. But she does.